Hi everyone, this is a pick a card reading for how you think they feel versus how they actually feel, right? Because sometimes we think that someone might be feeling a certain way and we think they feel that way, but actually we don't know how they actually feel. And so I feel like this pick a card reading is going to break everything down. And so we have these 4 beautiful piles, which I had to put a little bit further away just because of the camera. By the way, I have a new microphone as well, so if you can hear me, it's a great sign. We're off to a good start if that's the case. So we have pile 1 with there's sort of like color combinations, so whichever pile you're most drawn to in regards to color, in regards to the number, feel free to choose whichever one you are most drawn to. I feel like my nails actually match this pile. Anyways, so yes, so we have got here group 1, we've got group 2, group 3 and group 4. So the piles will be in the timestamps below, and then you can basically click on it and then view your reading. If you're drawn to more than one, you can watch more than one if you would like to. Absolutely not a problem with that. And yeah, also I did want to mention as well, information on private paid readings is down below if you would like to purchase a private reading with me. They are done within 12 to 24 hours and all the information is down below. If you would like to purchase a if you would like to win a free reading with me, information is also down below, as I do the free reading giveaways every single month. And also intention manifesting items are on the website as well. These are items that are handmade by me. They are sage, they're meditated with. Thousands of people have seen results with them. They're really special, and again, they're super unique and different. No one else sells these kinds of things in that sense. So yeah, they're super unique and a lot of intention work goes into them. So there's items such as bracelets, necklaces, anklets, pom-poms, tassels. There's embroidered cards which you can put under your pillow, your wallet or your purse. Intention pouches with different spices and herbs. Again, they're meditated with in sage. There's also candles as well for lots of different intentions. There's the 5-star reviews as well on the website. These are actually safety tested. They're super convenient and they actually last a really long time. I know it looks so tiny, but I burnt one on camera for like a whole hour and barely any of the candle had actually been used, which is kind of crazy to think about, right? Because I burn candles and I feel like if you burn it for like even half an hour, half of it's gone, I swear. So yeah, it's all on the website's all linked down below as well for your convenience. So let's start with pile 1, or group number 1 should I say, and then we'll move to the others. All right. Alright, so group number 1, let's have a look and see how you think they feel versus how they actually feel. Alright, so we have got here this colour combination right here. I'm not so much going to sort of dive into detail in regards to what this card says. This was just more so that you sort of pick the feel of whichever reading you're most drawn to. So we have these beautiful glitter bottles, which I'm just going to actually put right here. I thought we might as well just keep them there. And actually this card here does says, I will show my gratitude to Mother Earth by volunteering my time to look after her planet, which is very, very interesting, but it's more so for the actual feeling of the group. This is really about care, and this is also about being so like selfless in many ways. So that's another thing that I think can actually resonate with the reading itself. So let's have a look and see. All right, so I'm going to do a comparison spread. First and foremost, let's look and see how you think they feel. All right. So group number 1, how you think they feel. And then we'll look at how they actually feel about you. Okay, so how you think they feel. We've got the Page of Cups, 5 of Wands, Temperance, 3 of Swords. Wow. Okay. So it's interesting actually. The Page of Pentacles is literally the exact same sort of coloration of the bottles, aren't they? That's really interesting. So what I will say, oh my gosh, that literally just scared me. So it's just a notification that came through. What I'm really sensing here is that in many ways, so many of you are genuinely feeling as though they may not like you. They may have moved on. They may be feeling super confused, they're unsure, but at the same time, they must have a little bit towards you. You know, they must not have forgotten about the connection. So the thing here is that so many of you do feel that maybe they're heartbroken over me, maybe they're upset about me, you know, upset about things that they've done towards me, but at the same time, so many of you are confused. You're not like 100% sure, and that's another thing that I really do pick up on here, is that some of you are genuinely not sure as to how, you know, how they feel. You're confused a lot of the times as well, because you're genuinely unsure in many ways. And that's another thing that I really do pick up on here, is that how you think they feel is just like all over the place. Sometimes you think like surely, you know, they couldn't have forgotten about me. I'm special, you know, and I did so much for them. But at the same time, you kind of think to yourself, but, you know, am I? Yeah, that's the thing, is that some of you are thinking, but am I really that special to the point where they wouldn't forget, you know? So it's almost like you also go at a clash within yourself to try and figure out how they feel about you. So many of you are genuinely confused, okay? You're confused as to how you think they feel, because sometimes you think to yourself, they must feel pain, surely, for how they've treated me. They must, you know, they must feel that. They must, right? And then you think about karma and you're like, well, they must, you know, they must. And the Five of Wands here as well. Some of you genuinely think that they feel confused. They feel unsure, that they are just having a phase right now where they're completely unsure as to how they feel, what they're doing, and what's going on. That's another thing I see. Of course, with the Five of Wands as well, many of you feel like, you know what, they're just confused, they're unsure, they'll get it together. That's what you're thinking. You know, you're thinking that, okay, they're just unsure right now, but as time goes by, they will really feel better and they will get themselves together. They're just going through a really rough patch of time. That's how you're thinking they feel. And the Page of Pentacles, you're also thinking in many ways that you are unforgettable. You know, you've done so much for them. You've been so kind, so caring, so respectful, so understanding. So that's how you think that they feel, is that you just think that, you know what, they must, that they'll get themselves together, they're just going through a phase, but I am, you know, I'm special. But then sometimes you do kind of think like, oh no, but they're so confused that maybe sometimes they think good things and sometimes they think bad things. You know, like, that's the thing, is that many of you are confused here. Should we get a message card as well? Okay, how you think they feel. I'm always reminded of you. Yeah, some of you genuinely do believe that, you know, they are always reminded of you, that they will be, because a lot of you are reminded of them and you're thinking, well, surely they must be as well. But then a lot of you also feel like, but they're so confused to the point where maybe they suppress everything. So a lot of you are kind of going at a clash, you know, where you're just not sure half the time what they're feeling. Hence, you may also be diving into tarot readings, trying to really get, you know, a grip of like what's going on. Okay, so how do they actually feel? This is it, right? How do they actually feel? So let's have a look and see how they actually feel. Just like knocked over. Three of Swords. Okay, so we've got the Four of Pentacles. Two of Wands, Five of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Eight of Cups. You know, I wouldn't say you're so far off. I wouldn't at all. How they actually feel is they feel really hurt with certain circumstances that have happened in their life. Things like childhood trauma, frustrations, pain, sadness, confusion. They feel as though a lot in their life has not gone to plan. They feel like the things that they've wanted to do have just not really happened for them. They feel confused at times. They feel frustrated. They feel upset. They feel annoyed, you know, in so many ways. They just feel in so many ways that things that they've wanted have not happened for them. So you're right in the sense that you feel like they're confused, right? And the thing here is that I feel like a lot of you are also feeling like they must always be reminded of me, you know, and to a degree they are, but they also wallow in their sadness a lot. They feel frustrated, upset that life isn't always going the way that they want it to. So I do feel like a lot of them are quite upset with their own circumstances as a whole, and that actually distracts them away sometimes from their feelings towards you, not because they don't care about you, but because they are just thinking of all of these things that they're not very successful in, or the things that have really taken a toll on them, especially in terms of finances. They've just had so much more of a hope that, you know, financially I hope to be stronger, I hope to be more fulfilled, I hope to have that sort of earth energy together, and they just feel like they haven't got that, and they feel like a failure. In many ways, how they actually feel is that if they were to enter into a relationship or make things work or be extremely committed, they feel in many ways that they wouldn't be able to handle that because they don't feel secure enough. So that's the thing here, is that they actually feel like you are more secure. They feel like you've got yourself together, you're very abundant, but I haven't got myself together, and I need to get myself together, otherwise I feel like a failure. And that's the thing with the Eight of Cups, is that they really do feel like they need to do a lot of work on themselves. They need to get themselves together. They basically need to do a hell of a lot more, and that they need to do more for other people as well, and they need to do more and just be more responsible. Now, I bring back into the picture some really interesting things. I mentioned stability and that earth energy that they're trying to work on, right? The Page of Pentacles is also earth energy. The two bottles that we have here are also, you know, that earth energy of the green, which we know is also connected to the heart chakra, which is also connected to Mother Nature. And then the gold here is the pentacle energy, right, which is the pentacles. That's really interesting. To me, that's fascinating that that's what we have. And remember this card as well. Remember what I said at the beginning. There's like a selfless energy. There's this energy here of really just not wanting, but basically not, you know, not being selfish. I will show my gratitude to Mother Earth by volunteering my time to look after her planet. So what they feel is that they need to do a lot more. You know, that they need to get themselves together, they need to be more stable, they need to be more progressive, and that these are things that they are not able to do right now. So ultimately, what I feel here is that they feel like they need to do more. And in order to have a successful, stable connection and relationship, they feel like they basically need to do a hell of a lot more. And that's the thing, is that they aren't necessarily thinking that you're a bad person, but they know that they need to do a lot more in order to have more stability in their life. And that's the biggest thing that I do see here, is how do they actually feel towards you? Well, how they feel towards you is actually a result of their environment and their circumstances, where they don't feel good about their circumstances, hence they aren't really able to focus 100% on you at this time, which is why you're also getting a lot of mixed signals sometimes, where you think like they must always be reminded of me, but then you're not so sure, right? You get confused, and that's true, because they do think about you, but they think about how abundant and how successful you are in their mind, and then they think, but I need to get myself together, so then they pull the focus back to themselves, but they know they need to not be so selfish, and they need to be more selfless and do also a lot of other things to help others and not just always think of themselves. So let's get a card. How do they actually feel? Oh, we got two. They do like you. I will say one thing, they like you, but when they think about you, they think about your success and your abundance, and that triggers them to want to do more for themselves, because they know that it's embarrassing if they can't get themselves together. In that sense, you know how some people, they like look at others and they think, wow, they're so successful, I need to be like that, otherwise I feel embarrassed. That's what I see here. Okay, so we have here, you really are the best thing that has ever happened to me. Okay, so they genuinely do view you very highly. Okay, but how they feel towards you is not like I mentioned, their environment and their emotions are really dictating why they're not able to do as much towards you as they would like to do towards you. So that's another thing. And then we have here, no one can change my love for you. All right, so they really do like you, I would say, a lot. It's just that they're feeling so confused with their environment and everything else that's going on in it that they want to sort that out. They want more stability. And that's really what I see here, right, is how you think they feel is to a degree quite similar to how they actually do feel, except they're just very all over the place, and they really do like you. That's one thing I'll say. But because you are someone who they really do like and admire, they feel like they need to do a lot more in their life to kind of be able to, you know, stand in line with you. They don't just feel like you're anyone, you know, they feel like you're someone stable, therefore they need to provide stability. They feel like you're kind and caring, therefore they need to be able to provide that as well. You're not just some, like, you know, someone who's just like, oh, you know, it's this and this, and they can just come towards you. They feel like they have to bring a platter of goodness towards you. They need to be stable towards you, because that's the kind of person you are. You're a high value person, and they want to bring that high value energy, not just any kind of energy. You know what I mean? So that's definitely something I'm seeing here. In that sense, they feel upset with their own circumstances. Yeah, it is a lot more about them right now from what I'm feeling. Look, we have that little window with the person just peeking through it. There we go. So yeah, that is basically what I am seeing here. Yeah, so group number 1, how you think they feel versus how they actually feel. Alright, so this is your reading. If this resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Let me know how the microphone is as well, because this is actually one of my videos with my first new little microphone. Actually, it's not little, it's freaking humongous. It's huge. Anyways, but you get my point. But yes, let me know. Private paid reading information is down below. Free reading information is down below. What else is down below? Oh yes, intention manifesting items, which are on my website, shopmoonlightguidance.com. That's also down below. And take care, everyone. All right, bye. Right, let's move this to the side. Let's move this to the side. All right. I'm going to alternate the tarot deck, actually. That's cool, isn't it? So yeah, let's do that. All right. Pink. All right, group number 2. Let's have a look and see how you think they feel versus how they actually feel. So we've got this color combination here. This group and this card is mainly just for sort of like the color combination and sort of the mood of the reading. So you've chosen here this beautiful pile with the pink and the gold and yellow and a bit of blue, I guess. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the glitter bottles right here. All right, and I'm going to read this card anyways. It says here, I can make a difference to the future because I believe in positive changes. Ooh, how interesting. All right, so I've got tarot deck here. I've got some message cards. Let's have a look and see how you think they feel, and then we'll do another spread, comparison spread of how they actually feel. All right, so let's have a look. How do you think they feel about you and everything, you know? Okay, yeah, I feel like in many ways you feel like things are, you know, to a degree quite progressive. You're thinking that they are feeling, you're thinking that they think, right? That ultimately there's progression. You know, you're thinking that, wow, you know what, eventually in time, you know, I'm gonna come forward, gonna do my own thing, gonna progress towards you, make things work. So you're just thinking that, you know, they're thinking, okay, you know, I'm just figuring things out, but I'll come towards you, I'll progress towards you. And that's what I see, right? So in many ways, you're thinking that they're just feeling pretty progressive. They're feeling, you know, like things are in order and that things are going to be okay. So that's what you're thinking they feel, is that they feel attracted towards you. They like conversations with you. They like that element of progression, you know, towards you. Yeah, see? You're thinking, of course they're going to come towards me. They will want to move things along with me, have a fresh new start, new chapter, new energy, new waves, new progression. Of course it's going to happen. That's what you're thinking from what I see here, especially with the Three of Wands. You're thinking like, of course, okay, things are going to progress in time. So that's what I see here, is that you very much so feel that they are just going to, you know, naturally come towards you. They're going to naturally progress. They're going to take their time, you know, there's a bit of time here, but ultimately that you know that you are special, and you feel very much so that they also feel that as well, that you are special, you're kind, you're caring, you're respectful, you know what you want. And I just feel here in so many ways as well that energy is obviously quite significant and strong. So yeah, how you think they feel is that you think that they like you, you know, that they're going to be progressive, that they're going to trigger change, that they're going to come towards you in time. that's your belief, is that you feel like, you know what, at some point things are going to come together, that there can be commitment, fulfillment, joy, progression, and a beautiful new chapter that opens up for us where we can enjoy the connection, but it can take a bit of time to progress. That's how you're thinking they feel. Okay, so, and also in terms of feelings, you very much so think that they do like you and they care, and that they do have those, you know, feelings towards you. It's just that they're taking their time because they're trying to figure things out on their side. So again, that's what I see there. Now let's have a message card, how you think they feel. I'm going to go with this one because it's kind of flipping over, and it goes back in again. Okay. Some people don't want to see us together, but I don't care. So in many ways, some of you also feel here that they may be thinking that, okay, some people may not want us together, because some of you may have a situation where you feel like their family, you know, just doesn't really agree with this, or their family is thinking, you know, about like other sort of situations, etc. So some of you may think to yourself like, oh, they probably are, you know, swayed by their family. Maybe their family is telling them, oh, don't settle down right now, or you don't need to do so much right now, or what about this person, or what about that person. So some of you here also may be thinking like, you know, they're just taking their time, you know, they maybe just want to get themselves together in that sense and not really rush things and not really like run in a specific direction, that they need to get themselves together in a much more direct manner. So that's another thing that I do pick up, is that many of you just feel like, you know, maybe their family is just taking them in that direction and they're just like listening to them. So yeah, that's what I see here as well, is that many of you just feel like it's a matter of time, you know, where they will hopefully consider like a rejuvenation to the connection, a new path to this connection, and it can take time. So there is this element where you're thinking like, okay, they're probably feeling like they need some time because maybe they are confused and they just need a bit of time to figure out where they're heading with things. How do they actually feel? Okay, so let's have a look. We've got the Strength card, Moon, Nine of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. Yep. I wouldn't say that you're off. I think your gut and your intuition is very, very on. You're not off, you're on. So what I would say here is that how do they actually feel? They really feel that you're a strong person, you're kind, you're courageous, and you are really, really understanding. The moon here shows as well that sometimes they're a little bit confused with what people say to them. You know, they get very like sidetracked, not by other people romantically, but they get very sidetracked with a bunch of stuff that they're like working on. They get very sidetracked with, you know, how much stability they feel versus how much they want. They just get a little bit, you know how some people, they look at something and go, oh my gosh, I want to explore that. Oh my gosh, I really want to try that. Oh my gosh, maybe I should do this. You know, for some people that happens, and I just feel here that they have this sort of sense of wanting to do certain things, and kind of feeling like, oh my gosh, you know, I better do that now, you know. So I'd say in many ways that yes, they do take their time. And they also may not always express their feelings. I feel like the moon here shows that they keep a lot of their feelings to themselves. They don't express everything outwards. So again, you're not so wrong in terms of the fact that they do hold back and they're taking their time. I feel also with the Wheel of Fortune is that in the future, they know that they want to progress things with you. They want to make a change. They want to make a difference, which actually brings us to this card as well, right? I can make a difference on the future because I believe in positive changes. So what I see here is that they very much so do feel about you that they can make these positive changes, that they can become stronger, that they can express their feelings through any fears that they have, because sometimes they do have fear. I'm not even going to lie to you. Sometimes they feel fearful of what to say, what to do, because sometimes they're genuinely completely unsure as to what to say and what to do. And that's not necessarily your fault. This is just how they feel and this is how they do things. But I just feel like sometimes, yeah, they are quite fearful and they are unsure at times as to what to do and how to do it. But ultimately, I just feel here in many ways that they do feel like there's something here between the two of you, and they also feel like you're just so kind and caring and genuine and respectful. They think about you a lot, but they may not be expressing a lot of their feelings towards you, which is why a lot of you also feel like, okay, that they're taking their time, right? So they feel towards you like you are just really special, you're kind, you're caring, you're courageous. A lot of you also feel that towards you, they feel, you know, progressive, because a lot of you feel like, well, they were to me what they may not have been to others. So that's the kind of vibe that I see here, where a lot of you are very you're feeling quite confident in the fact that you know how they would feel towards you. And that's another really significant thing that I do pick up on here, is that you feel like, well, of course, you know, they would like me, because they haven't had that from anyone else, really, you know. So yeah, I feel like they just see that here. There's a lot that they need to express to you emotionally, and I feel like as time goes by, they'll express a lot more of that to you in a stronger way. It's just that they find it hard to kind of, you know, fully do so. So especially with the Wheel of Fortune as well, I just think that there's such a progressive and strong energy here, especially with Jupiter, which is that they do feel really connected to you, and they do feel like there is something quite strong here for the future. So again, that's not dissimilar to how you've been thinking that they feel about you. So that's obviously a really great sign. And again, this card here, in terms of change, you know, a lot of you feel like they will change, you know, they will become better, they will become stronger, they will want to move things along with me. Well, guess what? They also think that as well, that they can change, they can become better, they can figure themselves out. And that's what I see here as well towards you, is that when it comes to you, they feel like they can change and that they can become stronger, and that, you know, that things can move in a better direction. So that's another thing that I do pick up on, is that in many ways you trigger them to become a stronger version of themselves. And that's another big thing that I do see here, which is again so strong. You know, the pink is this feminine energy, right? Well, I don't want to describe a color in that sense, but pink is known to be a color that is sort of like the feminine energy. Now, keep in mind that, you know, regardless of gender, everyone has a bit of feminine in them, everyone has a bit of masculine in them. Percentages vary. It's a little bit like, you know, introverts and extroverts. People say, I'm an introvert, I'm an extrovert. But actually, you know, we all have a certain percentage of that in us. Even, you know, full-on introverts will have a bit of extrovert energy in them somewhere, you know. So the thing here is that they are just feeling so much more connected to their divine self. And that's the thing, you know, whether they're male or female or however they identify, what I see here specifically is that they do feel very connected to their emotions and their divine self, which in turn is allowing them to understand exactly how they feel, what they're doing, how they're doing it, and, you know, becoming a lot closer to their authentic self, which is allowing them to grow and bloom, as we see here with these flowers, as we see also with the gold glitter as well. You know, they are becoming stronger. You've got Jupiter, which is about money, wealth, success, progression, expansion, expanding the connection, right? Auspicious energy. They really do feel towards you that you are a lucky person, that you are the kind of person that came into their life and brought forth so much change. You know, some people really do change for the right person, and I really feel here that they feel like they have become a better person because of you. They know that they need to do a lot more work, but they actually feel like you came into their life to show them the right path. And you see this also in like pop culture with like a lot of celebrities as well. But sometimes, you know, the right person comes and the person completely changes their own ways. You know, they could have been someone who was like very, very different, and then all of a sudden they want to settle down, you know, and it's like, wait, what? But it's on the person. So I just feel that many of you feel like, you know, they must like me, they must care, they're being progressive, something's going to change, something better is going to happen. And I think that you're right, I really do, because ultimately how they actually feel is that you've come into their life, you're bringing forth change, you're bringing forth maturity, and they feel like they really are changing because of you for the better. And they feel like, you know, this wouldn't have happened otherwise. So they do keep a lot of their emotions and feelings to themselves, but as time goes by, they're going to reveal a lot of that to you from what I see. So let's get a message card here, how they actually feel. It says here, I've been feeling your presence around me, all right? They can feel your energies without you having to even say anything. They can feel the positive energy of how much you push them to grow in a very positive way, again, without you having to say anything. You are positive, you are kind, you are caring, you are respectful, you are genuine, and they feel that wholeheartedly. They really feel like you're such a great person, you're so kind and caring and respectful and genuine, and they feel that a lot. And I just feel like that's such a significant and strong energy for sure, which I think is very important in so many ways. So of course that's really, you know, really, really powerful and very progressive indeed. So I think that that is yeah, really, really strong. So yeah, that is basically what we do have right there, which is pretty significant, I would say. So yeah, that is what we have. Ta-da! So yeah, I mean, that's what I'm seeing. So if this reading resonated with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on my website as well. Definitely do check those out if you are interested. Everything is down below. So yeah, intention items, private paid readings, free reading giveaway. I also have TikTok and Instagram if anyone wanted to follow me on there. I post short readings every single day on there. And take care, everyone. All right, take care, take care, take care. All right, so I'm just going to move these to the sides. And we're going to now go to group number 3. Move this as well. Okay, so, oh, this one really matches me, matches my nails. All right. All right, group number 3, let's have a look and see, sort of rhymed a little bit, what we have for you. So we're going to look at how you think they feel versus how they actually feel. So this particular little setup is mainly for the sort of mood of the reading and the vibe of the reading. So if you've chosen this, you've of course chosen this beautiful blue and, well, blue glitter and the purple sequins. And I'm going to read this card anyways, but then we'll get on to the actual comparison. So this one says, I close my eyes and visualize the earth as a green and pleasant land inside a glowing white orb. It will make sense as we get to it. So let's grab these cards. Let's have a look and see how you think they feel first. All right, so let's begin with that first. So how do you think they feel, right? Let's see. All right. Okay, so many of you think that they feel very, very nostalgic towards you, that they cannot let go of you, that letting go of you causes them pain. A lot of you just feel very much so that of course they're gonna give to me, of course they're gonna be with me, of course they're gonna, you know, move things along with me, progress things with me, you know, how can they not feel what I feel? So a lot of you also go based off of your feelings towards them, where you're thinking like, how can they not feel what I feel, right? So of course they're gonna be sad, of course they're gonna be frustrated, of course they want to come towards me. That's how many of you feel, well, many of you think they feel, right? So a lot of you just feel in so many ways that they must be upset as to how things sort of progressed and transpired and the things that they may have caused to cause you pain. You're thinking, well, you know, they must be thinking about nostalgia. They must be thinking about the things that we did together. 10 of Pentacles here as well is really significant because that is about the connection as a whole. And the 10 of Pentacles is so powerful because the 10 of Pentacles is also to do with this sort of like energy of connection in terms of fulfillment and joy in the future. And you thinking, well, they must feel really connected to me because I'm the only one that's been able to really be, you know, stable and progressive towards them with no ulterior motives, like I haven't used them, and so they must really like that about me, and that must really trigger them that maybe they've lost out on a blessing. Okay, so that's how many of you think that they feel. Like, of course they can't, you know, move away from me, run away from me, progress away from me, because I've given them what pretty much nobody else has. And that's not to say, okay, that a lot of you feel very egoistic and you feel like, you know, they owe you things. It's just that you're being very realistic. That's it. You're being realistic. You're thinking, I haven't done anything bad towards this person. Surely they feel pain. Surely they feel sadness for how they've treated me because I didn't do anything bad to them. And that's what we got with the 10 of Pentacles. You're thinking that, of course, you know, they're going to want to be with me. Of course, they're going to think about the good moments that we had together, the joy and the progression and the fulfillment that we had together. Of course, they're going to like look out into the world and recognize that I am not everybody else and not everybody else is me. So of course they're going to get triggered, you know, and feel upset that there's only one of me and that they're trying to run in every other direction except come towards me. So I think that's a really important thing here that we are picking up on, which a lot of you feel is how they, well, a lot of you feel is how they feel, right? So that's what I'm seeing here, that many of you think that they feel so connected towards you that they can't let go. They feel so connected towards you to the point where they look out into the world and feel that no one else can compare to you, right? That's the Two of Wands energy, that no matter where they go, no matter who they see, no matter who they interact with, it's never you. And you feel that, you know, perhaps they get triggered, you know, by very simple things, movies, TV shows, certain things that you've spoken to them with in conversations, or how, you know, you've felt certain things with them, that maybe they see those things and they get reminded of you with nostalgia. The Six of Cups is a very well-known card about nostalgia and memories and thinking towards the past and things that have happened. So that's another thing that I really do pick up on here as well, is that they do think about those aspects. It is something that we do pick up on. So yeah, that is what we have right there. And so that is how you think they feel. Let's get a message card as well. How you think they feel. Oh my god, I just had one of those moments, you know, I have my window open. I literally thought I saw something. This is so weird. Okay, anyways. I don't want to, like, you know, disrupt my reading or anything by talking about it, but I saw this like whitish, translucent-ish shadow just kind of waft past. And do you know what? Sometimes my dad walks past there actually, but it was not him. It was not him, because I would have seen him. You know what I mean? And he'd probably wave at me if I saw him back. but that was not him. This is bizarre. Like, there was a translucent shadow that just went by my window. Anyways, maybe it was just me. I you know, it could be. Well, you know, the thing is, I don't really get scared of these kinds of things because I don't feel like negative, you know, negative vibes, negative energies. There's nothing that has really, you know, hurt me in that sense anyway, so it's cool. Probably, like, you know, positive energies. Anywho, anyone else seen those kinds of energies? Let me know. I don't think it's anything negative, but it just totally caught me off guard, because you know when you see something on the corner of your eye and you just feel like there's something there? That's what happened. Anyways, I don't want to make that take up so much time in your reading. But anyways, it was you. It was always you. All right, there you go, right? A lot of you think that they feel like, how can they let go of you, right? You just feel like it was you. It was always you. You feel in so many ways that they're going to come to you and be like, it was always you. No matter how much I looked around me, no matter how much I did, no matter how much I was looking in a million other directions, it was you. It was always you. And just so many of you are absolutely convinced that this is how they feel, right? That it's you, and that no matter how far the two of you have wandered or you've gone away from each other, that it will always come back around. That's how you feel. That's how you think they feel, right? That it's always you. It's always been you. All right, let's have a look and see, how do they actually feel? I saw that card. I feel like you can't unsee a card when you've seen it. It should be the Four of Wands. Yeah, okay, good. Because the thing is, right, I even saw this one as well, and so I'm glad that that one actually came out. I think that was the Nine of Swords. Yep. Okay. Hanged Man, Seven of Pentacles, Four of Wands, Nine of Swords. And the message card is this one. So how do they actually feel? When we first met, I just always had this feeling about you. All right, so I'll tell you one thing for sure. They feel very, very strongly attracted to you and attached to you, and they feel like they've always just known that there was something so special about you from the moment the two of you had met. You know, they just knew. And the Seven of Pentacles here shows that. They think about you. They contemplate things. They wonder about the connection. They ponder. They think about where things could go. They think about where things can progress. They think about, you know, how things are. They think about all of these aspects for sure, for absolutely sure. And the other thing as well, especially with the Four of Wands card, is that they always are very spiritually enlightened and triggered. Now, the Hanged Man is Neptune energy, right? This is a really enlightening energy because Neptune is also connected to Pisces. Pisces is about the gut and the intuition. So in many ways, right, they are just they just always have this sort of gut feeling that no matter how much they wander in other paths and other directions, they cannot stop thinking about you. And that's the thing, is that it always takes them back down memory lane. What was one of the first things I mentioned here that many of you feel, that they feel, is that they get nostalgic about things that have happened. Like, how can they forget about the things that we did? Well, they haven't. It's as simple as that. They haven't. You feel like they haven't. They haven't. So that matches. We've got like a match. Snap. Anyone still play Snap these days? It's such a classic game. And then the Four of Wands, that spiritual connection that you feel as well, they very much so feel, but also very amplified. Nine of Swords just shows here as well that yes, they do feel stressed. They do feel, frustrated that whatever happened between the two of you, or sometimes, if they're hot and cold towards you, they feel bad. They feel awful that they're not being able to give you perhaps as much as they feel they should be. And that's another thing that I do pick up on here. Just going to take a sip of my water. They feel like they need to be a lot more progressive towards you, which they haven't always been able to do. And again, that's mainly because, they feel stressed at times, they feel overwhelmed at times, they feel like they've got so many things going on and they're trying to go in so many different directions and make things happen in so many different ways that they feel overwhelmed, frustrated, challenged, like, oh my God, I need to do this and this and this and this and this and this. So that's another thing, but they feel really, really connected to you, and they feel really, really, just really connected to you on so many levels. So yeah, I would say that it matches, what you feel, what you feel that they feel, they do actually feel about you, right? Which is this sense that they can't stop thinking about you. It's true. They feel bad, based off of certain things that they may have said or done, which may have upset you or hurt you. And they can't spiritually let go of you. They are constantly reminded of you. They could be doing something so simple as walking down a street and they see someone who may be dressed like you, or someone that looks like you, or someone who has very similar mannerisms as you, and that triggers them. They could be eating something that maybe you've told them that you really love, and that triggers them because they realize this is your favorite food. So things do trigger them. It's just that I feel what's happening here is that they keep a lot more to themselves, right? They reflect a lot more. They keep a lot of it to themselves, especially with the Hanged Man here as well. So this card is very important. I close my eyes and I visualize the earth as a green and pleasant land inside a glowing white orb. Oh my God. That shadow thing that I saw, maybe that has some kind of meaning to this, right? It was like a translucent kind of thing that just wafted past the window. Oh, I was connecting it to the reading, but that actually connected very strongly to something that we just witnessed throughout. Well, you guys didn't see it, right? The camera isn't exactly on my window, but maybe I need like CCTV cameras all the way around my room. I feel very much so that can be, a spirit guide, an angel, who is giving some form of blessing to the connection itself. I think that what's really quite important here is that they do reflect a lot on the connection, and they do think about it a lot, and so they do also visualize how things can progress beautifully and come together beautifully. In many ways, a lot of you also do fantasize about this connection and how it can come together in such a progressive way. A lot of you think about, the fantasy of it all, like being together, living a life together, doing fun things together, enjoying, life in that sense. And you think about, the visualization of something that is so just beautiful and pleasant, right? And I think that, and the growth of the connection as well. And so many of you think about it in that way. So one thing I will say is that I very, very much so do feel in just many, many ways as well that there can be something beautiful that does progress here. I really do. I very much so sense it. I really, really do. Yep. So what I would say is that they really do feel strongly towards you, and they cannot forget about you. They have not been able to forget about you from the very, very beginning. No matter how much they try to, they can't. And this, I think, really just goes to show you that, they do visualize and fantasize about the future. The purple is known to be a color of luxury and peace. The blue, oh wow, the sun is like proper shining now. The blue is also, especially this blue is known to be quite a strong color of like healing as well, and peace as well. So got a lot of those energies. They feel a lot of peace when they think about you, and they think about the kind of energies that you radiate out. As literally the sun, oh my god, wow. it was really like gloomy, and now the sun is coming out, so I'm telling you, these energies make a lot of sense, don't they? So yes, this is your reading with me, group number 3. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on my website. And do take care as well, and I'll see you all very soon. Yay! Okay, so that is what I thought I would mention. Everything is down below as always. Alright, so I'll see you all very, very soon. Okay, let's go to group number 4. Last but never least, woo, my microphone, testing. Okay. Right, so we have right. Alright, group number 4. Let's have a look and see what is coming through for you. So we're going to have a look at how you think they feel versus how they actually feel. Oh yes, so this group here is mainly for sort of like colour and energy of the reading, so we will look into that a little bit more as I pull the cards out, but I'm going to do a comparison spread to see how you think they feel versus how they actually feel towards you. So let's begin. Okay, so we've got here some beautiful iridescent red sequins with some beautiful sort of like coppery, gold and silver sequins. Now this card here says, I invest in the elements and invoke positive energy into our planet now and always. It will make sense. I know it probably doesn't make so much sense right now, but it will make sense as we go through the reading. All right, let's have a look and see how you think they feel. Magician. Okay, the sun is just doing its thing today. It's like, hi, I'm here. Okay, bye. No, I'm not. You notice something actually, these glitter bottles really match the Magician card a lot. Okay, we've got the King of Wands, so how you think they feel towards you. Okay, bonus card. Ooh, okay, so a lot of you feel here that how they think towards you is that they really like you, they're very attracted towards you, they care a lot about you, but also that they need to do a little bit more, okay? So that's how you think they feel, that, you know, that they themselves know that they need to do more. And so that's another thing that I really do pick up on here, is that in many ways a lot of you are thinking, Moonlight, I know that they do need to do more. They need to be more proactive, they need to be more progressive, they need to be more of like a leader and really pursue things further. I keep pointing towards the King of Wands because that's literally the energy. The Magician also shows that many of you also think that they feel, you know, they feel good, that the conversations in many ways could maybe progress a little bit more, that things could progress a little bit more in that sense. But in many ways, I just feel here that there is quite a progressive energy in many ways as well. So I just think here in so many ways, I keep saying the same thing over and over again, but what I'm trying to say here is that I really do feel that you think that they feel so connected towards you, right? A lot of you feel like, wow, they are so connected to me, you know, they must feel so attracted to me, not because you're egoistic or, you know, anything like that, but because you just know that they must feel that way. You know, you feel really spiritually sort of enlightened and connected, and you just feel like they must feel that way towards me because I feel like they do. You know, I feel like they are attracted to me. So many of you really do feel like they like you a lot and they care, and they like the fact that you are so emotional, you know, towards them. And that's the thing that I see, is that many of you feel like, but you know, I'm pretty sure that they love how emotional I am towards them, because no one else has really given them that kind of emotional energy. No one else has really like shown that much care and love and respect and genuine reciprocated energy. So they must love that about me. They must love the fact that that's something I give to them that no one else in their life has really actually ever given to them. And that's a really big thing that I do pick up on, where so many of you are thinking that that's something that they must really like about me and care about me and respect about me, that I give so much more to them than, you know, anything ever before. And I think that that's really significant, is that how you think they feel is quite significant, in the sense that it's really to do with, in just so many ways, it's to do with the fact that so many of you feel like you've done so much for them, that how can they forget that, right? So you just feel like I'm unforgettable, you know, I cannot be forgotten. Like, I did so much for them, I respected them, you know, we had amazing conversations, and some of you may still have amazing conversations, you know, that kind of thing, but you just feel like I'm not unforgettable. You know, you're just adamant, like, I am not unforgettable, I'm still here, it's still progressive, it's still a vibe, it still is what it is, you know. And I think that that again is just so significant and so powerful too, especially with a magician, is that you just feel like, you know, they must want to communicate with me more, they must want to do more towards me, they must feel so attracted towards me. And that's what I see here, is that so many of you feel like they are attracted towards me, they like me, they want to talk to me, they want to, you know, they want to progress things with me, especially with a magician, because the magician's known to be the energy of like information, ideas, expansion, progression, you know, that whole vibe right there. And then of course with the Queen of Cups as well, you know, this really, really strong energy here, the Queen of Cups, which is again to do with this just really, really powerful energy, which is to do with the sort of more emotional aspect of things, and again, you know, wanting to let things naturally progress, and also really admiring the fact that you are emotionally just there and kind and caring and respectful. So that's another thing that I really pick up on here, is that many of you just feel like, of course they really must like me and care about me, because I am respectful, I am emotional, I'm genuine, you know, I'm really, really genuine, and I don't really do things just for myself. I do them because I really care, you know. So you're just thinking like, of course they can't forget me because of all of these things. Even with the Eight of Pentacles, you've been trying so much in this connection, trying to make things work, trying to really pursue things. You know, some of you may have even like waited and wondered and pondered as to what you can do, and you're just thinking like, how can they forget about someone like me? They can't, you know, like I am unforgettable because of all of these things. And that's what I see here. So even with the Knight of Cups, many of you just think that they feel that you are unforgettable, that you are so progressive, so kind, so genuine, so caring, that how can it not be that way, you know? So let's see again how you think they feel, which is, don't focus on who wants me, I want you. Exactly. See, a lot of you just feel like you are not, you know, not a forgettable person. You are unforgettable, that there is something really special about you, there's something really genuine about you, and a lot of you are just thinking like, of course, you know, they want to be progressive towards me, of course they want to make things work with me, because I am unforgettable. Like, I am genuine, I'm kind, I'm caring, I am progressive, I know what I want in life, you know, and many of you are very much so feeling that energy for sure. And that's what we see here, you know, is that you're thinking, well, surely they're not, you know, focusing on other people because they know that they want me. So that's how a lot of you here are thinking that they feel about you. There we go. It's sometimes like difficult to sort of explain the context of it, like how they think you know, how you think they feel, like trying to explain that is okay, so let's see how they actually feel. That's a little bit easier to kind of explain in that context. So we've got the Star, King of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Justice. Okay, so, well, I was going to do 4 and 4, so that's why I've got only 4 here. But how they actually feel is that they feel like you are super, super progressive, super genuine, like you're always trying to find a resolution, you're always trying to do the best that you can. You know, there's no ulterior motives, there isn't you trying to do one thing and then them trying to do another thing. You're always so progressive in terms of the things that you want to make happen, the things that you want to do, the things that you're going towards, the things that you're, you know, progressive towards. Like, you're always trying to do the best that you can, you're always trying to be the best, you know, and do the best, and not you know, kind of like go against others in that sense. And they really do like that about you. So many of you are very, very right in regards to how you think they feel. The star also shows here as well that they just feel like you are someone who's always just trying to do the best. You're trying to, you know, be progressive, be genuine, be understanding, be respectful. And that's something that they really also do appreciate a ton as well, because they just feel like you're so, so progressive and so genuine and so kind, so caring, so respectful, and that you're always trying to do the best for yourself and those around you, and that you don't have any like major ulterior motives, that you're always trying to do the best. And they feel so attracted towards you, for sure. They find you physically very attractive. King of Pentacles, they feel like you really are life partner material. That's another thing that I pick up on here. So, you know, in many ways you're very right that yes, they really do think to themselves, you know, don't focus on who wants me because I want you. That's an energy that we see here. They feel like you're just so progressive. You're always trying to like figure out what to do in the best way, shape or form. You're always trying to do things in the best way. You're always trying to progress things in a good way, make things come together in a good way. And again, you know, that is something that we really do pick up on so significantly and so strongly, that you're always trying. And I think that actually that's a really, really great energy, because you always trying and you always doing and you always, you know, wanting to do things in that way, I think again is just really, really strong and very, very progressive. I think actually that's really vital and crucial in many ways. So yeah, I think that's actually quite important when we think about it. So I'll definitely say one thing for sure is that they feel very, very heavily connected to you, and very, very very convinced that you are genuinely like a very, very special person, and that they really do feel that you're just so kind and genuine and caring and compromising and respectful, and always wanting to figure out a solution and figure out things, you know, in that sense, which I think is really important. And then see how they actually feel is, when we first met, I just always had this feeling about you, and that was this instant attraction, instant connection, you know. And I think that that's really significant here, is that we have this energy here of investment, you know, investment of invoking positive energy. And even though the context of this is very different, the energy here is very much so that they really do feel like you're the kind of person that they should be investing their time and energy and effort into, because in many ways they feel like that's just something that is so much better for them, you know, that they should and they can be so much more progressive and really move things along with. They really genuinely do believe that there is something so beautiful in this connection, where they can, you know, move things along and have a ton of joy. So, you know, I think that that is just, yeah, I think that that is quite progressive. I think it's so strong in that sense. So that's really what I am seeing here. So yeah, you know, in all honesty, they really do care a lot about you. They feel so connected towards you, and they feel so progressive as well. So I just feel like that's one of the biggest things that we do pick up on here, which is so powerful, in the sense that they do feel very, very connected, and they feel really, really, yeah, very, very, very progressive, for sure. So that really is what we have here, in all honesty. You know, they could do a lot more. It's obvious, very obvious actually. But I also feel here in so many ways that they know for a fact that they feel really connected towards you. And they really feel like you're one in a million, especially with the Star card. They feel like you're so special. They haven't met somebody like you. And they're very attracted to your soul, your spirit, the kind of person you are. And of course, you know, how attractive you are as well. Like, they do feel extremely, extremely attracted to you, which I think is quite significant in so many ways. And I think that, again, that's just so important. So that is indeed what we have right there. So that is literally what we do have. Ta-da! So that is literally what we have got, which, again, really fascinating, very interesting. The energies, for sure, like really, really significantly. So yeah, that is basically what we do have, which I think is pretty significant. So what I would definitely say, and I think is actually really important as well, is really the fact that they really do feel towards you the intensity of how you feel that they feel towards you. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. And we've got a lot of this fiery energy, okay, which goes to show there's a lot of attraction in the air, and they also feel like you're a very stable and secure person with the root chakra energies as well. So that is what I'm seeing here. So this is your reading. If this resonated with you, of course, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on my website as well. Definitely do check those out as well if you are interested. That would be amazing if you wanted to check those out. And yeah, everyone, I hope that you take care, and I hope that you are doing okay. And yeah, everything is linked down below. All right, so take care everyone, and I'll see you all very, very soon.